more NFL news. Former Minnesota Vikings running back Adrian Peterson, who was released this past all season, has found a new home with the New Orleans Saints. Peterson spent his first 10 years of his career in Minnesota, where he rushed for 11,747 yards with 97 touchdowns and 1,945 yards receiving with 5 touchdowns. Peterson, who signed a 2-year deal with the Vikings for $7 million, will be sharing the backfield duties with Mark Ingram. Peterson commented, "I'm excited to be joining the New Orleans Saints. I'm really looking forward to this opportunity. I choose this team because it just felt right within my spirit." Ingram, who will be sharing the roles, also weighed in on the signing of Peterson. "Listen, man, it's nothing new. I've been sharing the ball with 1 or 2 or maybe even 3 guys since I got here. I admire his running style, and I admire everything he's been through."
Yeah, I mean, for real, who runs angrier than Adrian Peterson this day?
And you can't be mad if you're Mark Ingram getting Peterson.
Hell no, you're getting a fucking elite running back who still has gas in the tank. I mean, he's getting up there, don't get me wrong, AP's old. And he's been through a bunch of surgeries, but listen, that apparently don't slow him down worth fuck.
No.
He's still got gas in the tank.
Yes, he does. And then also, to kind of update another story, remember we talked a couple weeks ago about Marshawn Lynch?
Yes.
Well, it is a done deal. Oakland has signed former Seattle Seahawks running back Marshawn Lynch to be traded.
Don't fuck with me, Al.
Hold on, what?
Don't make a fuck out of me.
Are you serious? Don't you fuck with me, Al Davis Jr. Did you really do it?
He really did it.
Don't you fuck with me. Did he do it? Did he do it, Burger?
He did
He
it.
did it. All right, all right.
Lynch will be traded to the Oakland Raiders. The Raiders gave up a 5th-round pick in 2018, and the Seahawks, along with Lynch, also gave the Raiders a 6th-round pick in 2018 draft.
Well, they really wanted the guy. I mean, he's another guy. Definitely lots of gas in the tank.
I mean, they gave up a 5th round in 2018 for Marshawn Lynch and gave him back a pick. They said, okay, no big deal. So if you really think about it, they just gave Marshawn Lynch to the Raiders. Because they pretty much traded draft picks, 5th round for a 6th round, and they got Marshawn Lynch out of the deal.
Yeah, I know. And trust me, he is still a worthy player. If anybody thinks that he's still not yes, he is.
He had a whole year to sit off and just sit there, relax. And, I mean, he did probably work out, but he didn't have the grind of having to go through the week of playing football and the OTAs and the camps and the preseason games and all that shit.
Oh, he probably just sat down and be like, you know what? I've had a good off year. I got lots of money. I'm still in shape. I can still do this. You know what? I'm going to go out and do it. And anybody out there, if Marshawn Lynch calls you and says, I'm interested in coming, are you really going to tell him no thanks but no thanks right off the bat and hang up? No. No.
So Lynch signed a 2-year deal with the Raiders for $8.5 million. Lynch took to Twitter on Wednesday morning. And you know what, badass? Because you can probably just read this a little bit better than I can, I'm going to go ahead and hand the paper off to you and have you read that quote right here from Marshawn Lynch and what he said from Twitter.
All right, reading this the best I can. Yes, Lord, 12th man, I'm thankful, but shit just got real. I had hella fun in Seattle, but I'm really from Oakland, though. Like, really, really from Oakland, though. That's as good as it gets.
That was actually pretty good.
You forget, I worked in Central in that hood store for 3 straight years. I know how to get down. You remember the story about the woman, hold up, hold up, hold up. And I said, ma'am, holes can't up. Fuck you, white boy. She was mad. I wasn't taking none of her shit neither. She straight out, she got mad because I told her holes can't up, ma'am. Fucking smart ass motherfucker. And I was like, well, you the one don't know English. So, I mean, fuck you too. That's how I feel about it.
But yeah, I mean, you have like Peterson who has like the respectable answer. He's like, I'm so happy to have this opportunity. And then you turn around and have somebody like Marshawn Lynch, who just straight hood ghetto. I'm sorry if I offend anybody when I say hood ghetto, but that's exactly what it sounded like. It sounded like somebody from the hood talking about, yes, Lord, 12th man, I'm thankful, but shit just got real. I'm hella fun in Seattle, but I'm really from Oakland, though. Like, really, really from Oakland, though.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, You know what I can honestly say for it? I mean, it sounds a whole lot like, I mean,
Ask me if I'm real.
it sounds like really, really.
My daughter gonna love this picture. All my damage,
I mean, I'm just saying, man, the guy's got, he's straight up with it. He don't play that shit. I mean, if you ask him, where he's from, he gon' I mean, that's just what it is.
But you know what? I give him a lot of respect because that man knows how to deal with his money.
Oh, hell yeah. He don't play.
That man used all his endorsement money as his daily funds, and then took all his contract money and just touch it. And then played 6 years in Seattle?
Yeah, and just stacked up money.
And just stacked it to the ceilings.
I mean, and dude, not only that, I gotta give the man credit. He's about where he's from. He doesn't play that shit, dude. He's about his business. He's about his people. Another thing I like about Marshawn Lynch, that motherfucker does not give a fuck what the media thinks. I love you for that, dude. Fuck the media. Fuck their questions. Fuck their bullshit. I like how you handle them little bitches in press conferences. Just a boss. That shit was great, man. I don't know. I like the way he handles the media because I hate the fucking media too.
Aren't we a part of the media?
Fuck no, we're not a part of the media. Do we suck dick? Do we have edits? Do we do what producers tell us to do, or we do what we want to do?
We just do what we want to do.
Right. Do we have somebody coming in over the thing on, you can't say that? Do we answer the FCC?
Nope.
Fuck no. We're not the media. We're just two guys from South Carolina.
Doing our picks.
Doing what we love, bro.
No bunkum, no bullshit.
No gimmicks. No refunds either, motherfucker. Get out of here.
You just had to say no refunds, didn't you?
Hey, do you want me to bring up fucking Dirty Rat? He's like, don't bring up Dirty Rat.
No. We're good on that. So let's go ahead and move on to something else, more football news. And guess what? It's not over yet, badass.
Oh, fuck. Is it really? We're never going to quit talking about this.
At least not for another month.
You know what?
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Yeah, I do too. I wish I knew how to quit this fucking story. God.
The Aaron Hernandez saga has continued this week with some new details on his death. And some things that have come out to light since his death. First was the Bible verse written on his forehead with red ink. When the guards found him, the Bible verse John 3:16, which states, "For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life." Which makes you wonder if this is a confession to all his wrongdoings, or if it was just a personal religion thing.
I mean, I think what this is that you have a complete fucking psycho, and there's no other explanation, man. I really ain't got one. This dude is a straight up psycho. We're having fun with this shit, playing Electric Six while we're talking about him and all that. But let's just be honest here. I mean, the man's a fucking psycho. Everything this man touches turns to shit. He has everything. And the only way out for him was to kill himself. And now, because of that, his family might be able to walk away with some money. And that's about the only thing that you can the only good thing he's done.
That's actually the other thing that came out this week. That it was also brought up this week that with Hernandez being acquitted of the double murders, and because of a very old statute in Massachusetts law that states if a person dies before his appeal, that the charges will be dropped. Which means that the New England Patriots could owe Hernandez's family money from his contract that he never received. The family has taken it to court and is demanding that the Patriots pay them $15 million that is owed to them. The Patriots are saying that it's not $15 million, but $6 million as part of a salary and signing bonus.
I can go ahead and tell you this right now. If they get any money, it's going to be the lowest amount possible that the Patriots has to pay. I mean, think about it. It doesn't matter if I mean, I know that it's law that he killed himself and that his charges have been dropped. I get all that. But that's not going to undo the fact that everybody out there who was a part of this entire saga, we all know damn well he's guilty. Everybody knows damn well he killed Odin Lloyd. And you know what? He might have covered that up because them two might have been gay and fucking each other.
Here, I'll go ahead and settle all disputes right now. Guess what, guys? OJ did it. Aaron Hernandez did it.
For real.
It's over. Period.
And here's the deal. This man, there's no getting away from what he did. He can off himself. He can write whatever Bible verse he wants on his head. He can cover his floor with soap, jam the door with cardboard, write letters to gay lovers and daughters. And I don't give a fuck about any of that. You understand that this man was just absolute shit? I mean, honestly, we shouldn't even be talking about this bastard still. We should be giving him the send-off. But he just keeps on. The shit just keeps getting weirder. It keeps getting deeper. There's people out there that actually want sympathy for this man. I'll give him none of it. I'll give all my sympathy to his daughter, who now does not have a father to grow up with. It's just like people tell me, oh, I love Kurt Cobain. Fuck Kurt Cobain. That motherfucker killed himself and left his daughter on this earth alone with that crazy bitch of a mom. So fuck all of you out there who support him and his bullshit band and their music. Fuck all of you. You're all a bunch of goddamn grunge-having, 90s idiots, fucking retards. Look at shit for what it really is, not for what the fuck you want it to be. You should not fucking reward, celebrate, none of that shit, anybody that offs themselves. And stop telling me to be motherfucking goddamn sensitive. Fuck you. How about the other people that gotta live in its wake? Fuck you people.
In the end, it's going to be up to the judge to decide what kind of money the family would receive.
And that's pretty much whatever he wants it to be.
He can say, you know what, you're only getting $2 million.
He could trump him. When Trump went to the NFL, the court with the NFL, here's $1. Here you go. Like they found Trump correct. Trump was right when he went USFL versus NFL. Mm-hmm. He was right, but they rewarded him a fucking $1.
Wow.
Yeah, it really pissed him off. I mean, because that was their way of saying you're right, but fuck you. That's how you do it.
And then lastly, in the Hernandez saga this week, it was reported this week that there were 3 suicide notes that were left after his death last week. One was to his fiancée and the mother of his child. One was to his daughter. And get this, the last one was to one of his gay lovers in prison.
Oh, I know. I did some more reading into that. That shit was apparently a lot deeper than people think.
Actually, I did do a little bit of research on that. I got a name, actually, of it. The third one is kind of weird because it hasn't been released yet to anybody. They're still holding it as evidence because they're investigating the nature of the letter. But according to what I'm hearing, in the letter, it alleges that gay lover, 22-year-old Kyle Kennedy, who is serving time for armed robbery, is alleged as saying that he is promised a $47,000 watch for his birthday. Hernandez's lawyer is denying that any letter exists. Rumors of the letters to a gay lover in or out of prison are false. These are malicious leaks used to tarnish someone who is dead.
Well, I'd believe that if it wasn't for the fact that it's been pretty much corroborated by everybody. So, try again.
So that's the 3 things that happened this past week that just keep piling on to the circus that is Aaron Hernandez.
If you want to get real, people, why the hell would he leave a fucking note to his gay lover if he didn't have a gay lover? Come on, really?
I got a question.
What's up?
Do you think he was a pitcher or a catcher?
Oh, I think... Who? Which one?
Hernandez.
Oh, definitely the pitcher.
See, I was thinking the same thing because I actually saw a picture of this Kyle Kennedy guy.
Oh, he's tiny.
He's like fresh meat.
Oh, yeah, no, he's definitely hold my pocket. That's all I saw. When I saw him,
oh,
there's
shit.
a whole lot of holding pocket.
Oh, man. So, it'd be interesting to see if we get...
Hold my pocket, fish. I said hold my pocket. Be a good little bitch.
Be a good little bitch.
Hold my pocket. You'll hear a lot of that in there.
So it's going to be interesting to see if we have any more stories next week on this Hernandez saga.
I hope not. God damn, I hope not.
I know next week we have the NFL draft to talk about, so I'd rather use all my time talking about that than talk about Aaron Hernandez.
Can we go ahead and just give this story the send-off?
I think we should go ahead and give it the send-off.
Let's do it. Yep, down the toilet it goes.
No more Hernandez.
Nah, even if something comes up, we just need to leave it alone, man. Because, I mean, we've given this asshole too much credence.
We're kind of beating the dead horse. Or the dead football player hanging from the cell.
Ooh, yeah.
Too soon?
Nah.
It's never too soon.
Never too soon.
So let's go ahead and move on to our next topic. We talked about this the last couple weeks. The NBA playoffs. I know you love the NBA playoffs.
Hey, they're here, finally. I mean, they're going to be here for another... I'll turn 50 before they end.
So the NBA playoffs have really picked up steam this past week, as some of the teams have already clinched their spot in the second round, while some teams are still battling out to see who moves on. In the East, number 1 seed Boston Celtics have battled back after dropping the first 2 games to tie the series up at 2 games apiece to the number 8 seed Chicago Bulls.
That's actually an interesting series because they thought the Celtics were going to sweep the Bulls.
And then, of course, it was business as usual for the number 2 seed and defending champ Cleveland Cavaliers, who swept the number 7 seed Indiana Pacers in 4 games.
No, you knew that was happening.
You also had the number 3 seed Toronto Raptors have a 3-2 lead over the number 6 Milwaukee Bucks after dropping 2 of the first 3 games.
That's actually pretty impressive because you think if you start taking a dive like that it's going to pretty much go that way.
And then finally you have the number 4 seed Washington Wizards and the number 5 seed Atlanta Hawks all tied up in 2 games apiece, and nobody knows who wants to win that series.
Oh, I know. All roads are going to lead to Cleveland.
Of course.
It's a 2-team race, dude. In the East, all them roads lead to Cleveland. In the West, they all lead to Golden State.
Speaking of the West, the number 1 seed Golden State Warriors handled their business against the number 8 seed Portland Trailblazers, and they swept them in 4 games.
That's what I expected. The 2 favorites sweeping them hard and early.
Get a little bit of break, take a little time off, rest up your players.
See, that's the importance of sweeping the shittier, inferior team. If you are the better team, why would you not want to sweep, especially when you know you are more than capable of doing it? You don't have time to go 7 fucking games. It'll wear you out. Just wax their ass, get that extra time. You know damn well you want it. It's been a long season.
You also have the number 2 seed San Antonio Spurs, who have been struggling so far, but they have a 3-2 lead over the number 7 seed Memphis Grizzlies.
Memphis ain't going nowhere easy, dude. That scrappy little fucking bunch, dude. They are a quintessential scrappy bunch. They're not all that good, but they just play hard. They're not gonna fucking be outworked. Not easily.
They're giving San Antonio everything they can handle.
Oh, and they might take them to 7. It might go that far.
Which would be good for teams like, Golden State, who, have now been done since Monday or Tuesday, and probably are not going to play another game till like Wednesday or Thursday of next week. So you're getting almost 8 days off.
I'm pretty sure I've heard this stat the other day on the radio about Memphis and San Antonio. They've met, every time they've met this year, including the playoff games, the home team has won every single game.
I've actually heard that stat.
So by that logic, San Antonio should win this series.
But it's going to go 7.
Exactly.
You also had number 3 seed Houston Rockets knocking off number 6 Oklahoma City Thunder 4-1. Which, that kind of doesn't surprise me. Oklahoma City is taking a big step back.
They lost Westbrook. They lost fucking Durant.
They lost Harden.
So, really all we got for them is this. I think it's game over for y'all out there. I really do.
And, that series had a lot of, just bickering back and forth. There was a couple times where players got a little chippy.
Well, the way I look at it is this. Houston has come on strong. Everyone keeps saying the same thing about them. It's just punches and bunches, volume. They take a shitload of shots, and that's why they score a shitload of points. Because they chuck it up. That's what they do. And they score a lot, apparently. If you can't stop them, you have to slow them down. It's that whole philosophy that if you're going to hold them, you got to hold them to a certain amount. Because if they start running, it's over with.
And then you have the number 5 seed Utah Jazz have a 3-2 lead over the number 4 seed LA Clippers.
I heard Blake Griffin went down again.
Yeah, Blake went down. He's out for the playoffs now, so...
He's damaged goods. They got to get rid of him. Move him while he's still trade-worthy and a commodity.
It's also game over, I think, for the LA Clippers.
So you think the LA Clippers are done?
I think they're done.
You really think they're done?
They're done.
You've been given the seal of disapproval.
I think they're going to come out, and Utah's going to win the next game, and it's going to be over with.
I believe it. I do.
So hopefully, by the time we get back to, next show, hopefully the NBA playoffs will be in the second round, hopefully now.
They should be, but I mean, you already know how long these fucking damn playoffs are. I mean, my God, they just make me want to fucking pull my fucking hair out. Just never fucking stops. It's just like here we keep on going and going and going. It's like the goddamn Energizer Bunny. It's like the little Yodel man. You're just waiting for him to fall off the fucking edge. You're waiting for somebody to fuck up and hear Bob Barker go, ah, and that's the end of it. I'm just, motherfucker, you're driving me insane like this fucking music. That's why it was chosen. You're driving me up the goddamn wall.
So hopefully by the time we come back next week, hopefully they'll be in the second round and they'll be actually into it and not just getting started.
Oh my God, thank God.
I'm telling you, it's going to be July before we finish.
Middle of June, sure enough.
So I do have some good news for you, badass.
What's the good news?
The first round of the NHL playoffs are in the books.
So first round is done.
The first round is done.
So now we start the what?
The second round. So before we get into the second round matchups, let's just recap all the first round games real quick.
Hell yeah.
Starting in the East, you had the Washington Capitals getting the 4-2 series win over the Toronto Maple Leafs, while the New York Rangers also got a 4-2 series win over heavily favored Montreal Canadiens. The Pittsburgh Penguins handled business, getting the 4-1 series win over Columbus Blue Jackets, while the Ottawa Senators knocked off the Boston Bruins 4-2.
See, that's what shocked me. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, I thought Boston would at least go, I didn't think there'd be one and done.
I figured Pittsburgh and Boston were on a fucking black and gold showdown, but it didn't happen.
Nah, it didn't happen.
It just didn't happen.
And then in the West, I got my wish, badass.
You got your wish, bro? What'd you get?
In the West, top team favorite to win the Stanley Cup, the Chicago Blackhawks, fell to the Nashville Predators in a 4-game sweep.
So they got swept. Not only did they get their asses kicked, they got swept out the door like a bunch of fucking dirt.
Swept.
Get out the brooms, boys. Get out the brooms.
And that kind of surprised me a little bit because I expected more out of Chicago.
Everybody did. They were the heavy favorite to go back to the Stanley Cup and win it. And they just got bounced. I mean, straight 4 games. Bye.
I mean, seriously, if somebody said Chicago would get bounced to 4 games first set of series, games in playoffs, I'd laugh at you. Yeah, right.
You'd be like, you're fucking smoking crack. There's no way that's happening. Like you would. You'd say there is no fucking way in hell that that's happening at all. It wouldn't happen. I'm sorry.
And then you also had the St. Louis Blues dominating the Minnesota Wild 4-1.
Tell you what, that's actually pretty impressive too. That was damn near a sweep.
You also had the Anaheim Ducks sweeping the Calgary Flames in 4 games, which is a little bit of a surprise to me.
Hey, the Mighty Ducks.
I'm telling you, Bombay out there.
Yeah, where's Emilio Estevez? Where's Charlie's not drug-doing younger brother?
While it took 6 games for the Edmonton Oilers to defeat the San Jose Sharks.
Ah, yeah.
4-2.
Fuck yeah. Hey, guess what? Fuck you, Tim. You little asshole. You didn't show up to work today. I had to fucking deal with all the bullshit that you should have been dealing with. God knows what you were doing. God fucking help you. I find out you were fucking golfing, you little shit. And fuck your Sharks. They're not out of the playoffs, too. So you know what? Middle finger for you. Middle finger for 2. Fuck you, Tim.
I would ask you how you really feel.
You know what? And guess what, Tracy? I don't give a fuck if you don't like it either. Fuck that. Fuck Tim. He's a little bitch.
I'm feeling a lot of pent-up frustration there.
All I'm saying is, if y'all are actually listening, then come bring the shit up to me. Otherwise, y'all can shut the fuck up. Every damn one of you. Y'all can all suck my ass.
So now let's go ahead and move into the second round matchups. And there are some really, really great series matchups that are going to make the second round very, very interesting. In the East, the first matchup is probably going to be one of the best of all of the second round games. And that is the Washington Capitals versus the Pittsburgh Penguins. Both teams have won 2 games out of the 4 games they played in the regular season.
I agree. That will be a good game.
That series is probably going to go 7.
You think so?
If Pittsburgh can beat the Capitals, they're going to go on to the Stanley Cup.
Well, the Pittsburgh can beat the Capitals. They can do it. It's just a matter of, are you going to have that edge? This is a team that plays you a lot.
You see, I really don't see them having any problem with Ottawa or New York. But I do see them having a little bit of issue with the Capitals.
Well, it's because the Capitals are really good. And like I said, they play each other a lot. They know each other really well. It's not like these teams are going into this blind. They know what each other's got. They know each other's strengths. They know their weaknesses. They know exactly what they're getting. It's as advertised. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, in the other East matchup, you have the Ottawa Senators versus the New York Rangers. And the Senators hold a 2-1 lead for regular season play.
I could see the Senators beating the Rangers.
I could too.
I could.
But then again, I could also see the Rangers surprising everybody and coming out and winning like in the 5.
Going on a crazy run.
Or even 6.
They could. Hey, listen, they could do it. I'm not going to count them out.
I never count out the Rangers.
No, because they'll catch fire and then all of a sudden, boom, they're there.
And then in the West, you have the Anaheim Ducks versus the Edmonton Oilers, which is going to be a really good series. And the Ducks hold a 3-2 lead during regular season play.
I got to pull for the Ducks in this one, man. I'd like to see the Ducks go all the way to the Cup. I mean, what? Think about it. It's good for the kids. I mean, think about it. A lot of people like to watch them win. A lot of people like to have a good story, an underdog, somebody that never usually gets there and then gets there and wins. Everyone loves that story. The Ducks are no different.
So then in the other West matchup, you have the St. Louis Blues versus my now new favorite team, the Nashville Predators. The Predators hold a 3-2 lead during regular season play.
And that's another team that they just might go the distance, and it would be actually pretty cool to see it done because no one's thinking they're going to do it. No one has Nashville going to the Stanley Cup except Nashville fans.
Yeah.
No one. I mean, seriously, nobody.
They're that underdog.
Yeah, they really are.
So second round action will resume tonight with both West games, and then tomorrow with both East games.
That is correct.
So, see, NHL is doing it right. They've already got the first round knocked out, and now by this time next week, a lot of these series are going to be, halfway done, if not done, if somebody doesn't sweep. Yeah. I don't think there's going to be a sweep.
I don't either.
All these teams are viable teams that they're going probably 5, 6, 7 games.
I agree. There's not going to be a sweep.
No, there won't be any sweeps, but they will be definitely great series.
Yeah, you got your sweeps in the first round. There'll be none of that in the second.
So, next week we'll again come back and talk about the NBA playoffs again, the NHL playoffs, do our thing like we do every week and talk about them till they're done, which will probably be July, the way it looks like for the NBA playoffs, and June for the NHL playoffs.
Correct.
So let's go ahead and move on to something that's going to last a lot longer this summer.
What might that be?
College baseball.
There we go.
There were a lot of great college baseball games this week. Some upsets, some blowouts, and some really close games.
Let's start with the upsets.
Well, on Thursday, this isn't really an upset, but on Thursday, number 15 Mississippi State edged out unranked Alabama 6-5. Number 12 Florida shut out number 24 South Carolina 1-0 in a very, very good game. Here's the upset. Unranked Utah upset number 7 Arizona 12-5.
So for all y'all that had Arizona just walking that game, incorrect.
And then you also had number 25 San Diego doubling up BYU 6-3.
That's another one. You thought the Mormons were going to win? Wrong again.
On Friday, you had number 10 Kentucky blowing out number 9 LSU 12-5.
You know, there's a whole lot of wrong just going around right now. Just a whole lot of
Oh, get ready to hit it again.
Let's hear it.
Unranked Duke upset number 2 Louisville.
God. Seriously, this is straight buzzers for everyone today. Are you kidding me?
Number 20 Texas A&M narrowly got by Tennessee 2-1.
God damn, dude.
Number 19 Virginia crushed Notre Dame 14-4.
As they should.
And then unranked Indiana shocked number 13 Michigan 1-0.
Oh no! We suck again!
Hell yeah, you do.
You had number 3 Clemson getting the one-run victory over Wake Forest 8-7.
Too close.
And number 16 Southern Miss slamming Old Dominion 10-2.
Very good beating.
On Saturday, you had number 19 Virginia shutting out Notre Dame 9-0.
Phew, God.
You had number 12 Florida edging out number 24 South Carolina 7-5. Number 3 Clemson destroying Wake Forest 11-0. That sounds a little better.
Yeah.
That sounds like them boys Rollman and Beer and all them boys.
Just straight knocking the shit out
They
of
were
the ball.
knocking the shit out of the ball.
Hey, that's what we like to see. We like to see motherfuckers just smacking the ball everywhere.
You had number 14 Arkansas crushing number 11 Auburn 7-3. And then you had again, not once, so nice you had to do it twice. Unranked Indiana upsetting number 13 Michigan 12-9.
You know what, Michigan, just sit the fuck down. You know what? It's game over. You just seriously, I'd flush you down the toilet if I still had it up. God, you're horrible.
And then you had number 4 North Carolina defeating Pitt 3-1.
Well, they should, because they're the heavy favorites to win the whole thing.
Here we go again. On Sunday, you had unranked Old Dominion dominating number 16 Southern Miss 9-2.
God.
You had unranked Pittsburgh shocking number 4 North Carolina 11-9.
Hold on, what?
I'll read that again. Unranked Pittsburgh shocking number 4 North Carolina 11-9.
My God.
Number 2 Louisville shutting out Duke 10-0. Number 10 Kentucky destroying number 9 LSU 10-2.
Yeah, that's a beating.
Number 1 Oregon State edging out UCLA 2-1.
That's a good game.
And then you had unranked Oklahoma State surprising number 5 Texas Tech 3-1.
A lot of upsets.
It is.
A lot of upsets.
Then on Tuesday, because there was no games on Monday.
Hold on. So on Monday, you got what?
You get nothing!
Nothing on Monday, eh?
Nothing on Monday.
Damn it.
But there were some games on Tuesday.
There was games on Tuesday.
Yes.
What we got?
Weren't good games, but there were games.
They weren't good games, but they were good. Let's hear it.
On Tuesday, you had number 2 Louisville crushing Eastern Kentucky 14-4.
God.
Number 4 North Carolina dominating Elon 11-2.
Beating. Another beating coming.
Number 3 Clemson continuing their win with a big victory over College of Charleston 7-2.
That's not bad. That's a good win.
And here you go. Unranked Troy shocking number 7 Auburn 5-2.
God, dude, what's with all these goddamn unranked teams upsetting people?
Number 12 Arizona destroying New Mexico State 11-2.
Oh, we knew that was coming.
And then unranked New Mexico upsetting number 8 Texas Tech 16-5.
Oh, so wait, they get monstered, then they turn around and do the monstering? What the fuck is this?
I don't know.
I don't know.
So that was a game for this past week. Some really interesting games, like I said. You had a little bit of everything. You had some upsets, some blowouts, some really good games.
So how did we do on the picks?
Well, we're gonna get to that in a minute.
Oh God, I'm scared.
No, it wasn't as bad as what you think it was.
Okay, we'll save that for a minute.
Let's just give it a second, put it on the back burner for a minute, let it, kind of
put
boil.
that on the low.
Yeah, let it on the low, let it cook a little bit. We're going to do the college baseball ranking first.
Ah, okay.
And then we'll get to that.
Okay.
We got to do the ranking first.
Okay, fair enough. Hey, there must be order.
There must be order.
Without order, there is no goddamn structure. Without structure, it's just straight chaos, and we can't have that around here. Burger knows what happens when you give me fucking chaos. Can't do it.
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
So the college baseball rankings came out Tuesday, with the top 4 staying the same, with Oregon State at the top, with Louisville, Clemson, and North Carolina right behind them.
Hell yeah, I like that Clemson's up in the top 10. Hell yeah.
And North Carolina and Louisville there too.
That's what, dude, the ACC is stacked.
You also have TCU jumped up to 5th.
Surprising.
Kentucky making a big jump from 10th to 6th.
Not surprising.
Auburn moving up from 11 to 7.
They won't be there long.
Texas Tech, who lost twice this week, falling back from 5th to 8th.
There'll be no bouncing back.
And then you had Florida and Mississippi State rounding out the top 10.
I like that. It's not bad. Hey, listen though. Sadly, a lot of those teams, they ain't gonna be there in another week, 2 weeks time. They just won't. This is a very, very dog-eat-dog world in baseball, and there's only gonna be like 4 or 5 teams that stay up there and jockey for position. There's gonna be a lot of interchange.
So then 11 through 15, you have Long Beach State at 11, Arizona at 12, which I think is actually a gift. LSU at 13, which I think is again is a gift. Virginia at 14, and Arkansas round out the top 15.
That's not bad. A lot of teams from the South.
I think Arizona, LSU are both lucky to be up that high.
I mean,
They lost to a couple upper-ranked teams this week, so
yeah, but you got to see what they got in the tank. If they can bounce back from it, then they'll be good. But if they keep falling, then everyone will know that they weren't for real.
So 16 through 20 has Fullerton at 16, Michigan dropping to 17,
As they should.
St. John's at 18, Texas A&M at 19, and Stanford rounding out the top 20, who were not ranked last week.
And like I said, you gotta fight to keep that rank too, because you get replaced real quick.
And then lastly, 21 through 25 are Wake Forest at 21, Maryland at 22, Houston at 23, University of Louisiana Lafayette at 24, and then Southern Miss dropping from 16th to 25th to round out the top 25.
I heard that.
So that's not too bad.
No.
I think a lot of the lower teams, you're going to see a lot of interchange between them.
Oh hell yeah.
Maybe even into the top 10 a little bit. But I don't think, like, once you get to, like, 6 or 7,
Your top 8 won't change a lot.
I don't think the top 8 are really going to change. Honestly, I don't even think really the top 10 is really going to change.
Too many
Because
good teams.
I can see Mississippi State, I can see Florida, Kentucky, Texas Tech might fall out of there.
Yeah, they're the outlier.
Auburn might fall out of there. But, like, teams up top, Oregon State, the only team that's going to beat them are themselves.
Yeah, for real, because they've been killing people.
And then you have Louisville, Clemson, and North Carolina right behind them. And then Kentucky.
And that's a murderer's row of baseball teams.
I mean, that right there,
That's a murderer's row. It really is.
even TCU.
Yeah, like, name a team that wants any of that right now. Name a team that wants anything to do with any 5 of those teams. Nobody.
Now, one of the teams that is on the outside looking in that I think is a pretty decent team is at 14, that's Virginia.
Virginia could bust their way up the ranks because the ACC is strong. Dude, they are. The ACC is just all around strong.
But, teams like Michigan and Texas A&M and Wake Forest, who just now lost 3 games to Clemson, they're not going to be there next week.
Listen, all I can say is this. An ACC school won the national football title. An ACC school won the basketball title. And it's going to be an ACC team that wins the World Series. I'm just saying. It's destiny. It really is.
So, like I said, I think going on from here on out, you're going to see a lot of those teams that's going to be interchangeable. You're going to see new teams come in, old teams go out, old teams come back in, new teams go out. It's going to be a lot of in and out. But, I think the top 10 is going to be about the same from here on out.
I agree with you. I don't think there'll be much change.
So you know what time it is, badass?
What time is it, bruh?
It's time to see how we did on our first week of picking college baseball.
How did we do?
You really want to know?
Oh, yeah.
How bad do you want to know?
I mean, did we at least go above 50%?
We finished at 7-7, picking at 50% rate.
All right, well, right at it. Not bad.
I'll take it for the first week.
Me too. I'll take it.
So, going over some of our picks from last week. On Thursday, we had the South Carolina at Florida. We took South Carolina. Of course, Florida won 1-0.
Correct.
Alabama at Mississippi State. We took Mississippi State. We were correct.
Correct.
Mississippi State won 6-5, so we finished 1-1 on Thursday.
Okay.
Friday, we did really well as we took Texas A&M over Tennessee, and they did win that game. So we got that one right. We have Clemson at Wake Forest. We took Clemson, and they won. So we got that one right. We took Baylor over TCU, and that didn't happen. But you know what? I will not sleep on TCU now.
No, because we just did, and it cost us.
And then you have Vanderbilt at Georgia. We took Vanderbilt, and they won 8-1. So we went 3-1 on Friday.
I'll take it.
On Saturday, Duke at Louisville. We took Louisville. Louisville did win 7-5. Arkansas at Auburn. We took Auburn, and Arkansas won 7-3. So we were wrong on that one. Long Beach State at UC Irvine. We took UC Irvine, and Long Beach won 8-2. So we were wrong on that one. And then West Virginia at Kansas State. We took West Virginia, and Kansas State won. And then Notre Dame at Virginia. We took Virginia, and Virginia won 9-0.
Nice.
So we finished 2-3 on Saturday.
We didn't do horrible.
You were horrible, but didn't do bad.
Right.
And then on Sunday, we had LSU at Kentucky. We took LSU, and Kentucky won 10-2. And then ODU at Southern Miss. We took Southern Miss, and of course, ODU upset them 9-2. So we were 0-2 on Sunday.
God, we bombed on Sunday.
Yeah, we bombed on Sunday, and then on Monday, there was a game on Monday. It just wasn't one of the top 10 games.
Right.
It was Georgia at Georgia Tech. We took Georgia, and Georgia won this game 7-5, so we were 1-0.
Okay, fair enough.
And then tonight, Xavier was playing Kentucky. I don't have a final for that game because the game started, right around when we were going to start the show and getting ready for the show and all that. So I do not have a final for that. So that game right there is going to weigh on whether we are above 500 for the week or below 500 for the week.
All right, well, I'm about to have an answer for you, my friend.
All right. But, we didn't do bad. I mean, we had a little bit of struggle on Sunday, and Saturday really wasn't that great. But, we had a really good, Friday and a really good Monday. So, 7-7, we can't really complain about that. 50%, first time we picked. We can't really complain about how we did.
No, we really can't. I mean, I think we did all right.
I mean, especially because we're still just starting to learn. I mean, of course, like I said, you know a little bit more about college baseball than I do. I'm starting to learn about stuff, and I'm picking stuff up. But, for the first week of doing our picks and who, it's hard because a lot of teams have played 3-game set. And, you get one of the 3 games, you have to decide if that's the 1 and 3 that you're going to win.
All right, to give you an update, they played today. They had Kentucky winning the game 6-0, having 9 hits and 1 error to Xavier's 0 runs, so they got shut out. They had 3 hits and 0 errors, but yeah, Kentucky put it on them.
Hell yeah. You know what that means, right?
Another win.
I mean, another win. We were 8-7 for the week.
Hey, we finished above 500. Good enough.
It worked for me. So, I guess we should go ahead and get into our picks for this week. And I have 15 more games that we'll be picking from this week. So this will be the second week we're doing this. And, it's going to be, again, interesting to see how we do. because again, we're just starting to learn about this kind of stuff, so we've not really done picking up baseball. So let's go ahead and start with Thursday. We have Arizona, number 12 Arizona at number 20 Stanford.
I like Arizona in this game.
See, I'm the complete opposite. I'm liking Stanford.
Like in Stanford?
I have no faith in Arizona after they dropped games this week. I have no faith in them, and they're playing at Stanford.
Let's go with Stanford then.
All right. We have number 13 LSU at Alabama.
See, I'm going to take LSU. I don't care if they lost. They're the better team.
They are the better team, but I do want to say I could see Alabama upsetting them in this game.
I could, but I don't think they will. I think LSU is the better team. They'll prove it.
And then we have Ole Miss, who's not ranked, at number 15 Arkansas. I think Arkansas has no problem.
Yeah, I think Arkansas handles them pretty easily. That's a rival game, too.
So Friday, first game, it's a good one. And I know who you're going to pick because it's your boys, and it's my boys. I want to pick them. Number 3 Clemson at number 4 North Carolina.
North Carolina.
What?
They're playing at North Carolina, right?
Yes.
North Carolina's going to win.
They're going to win the opening game of the series.
Yes.
All right. Wow. That surprised me. I figured you were going to be all Clemson on that one.
My heart wants to, but my head says no.
Our next game is another top 10 battle. Number 5 TCU at number 8 Texas Tech. See, that's hard. That's really hard because I want to take TCU because I said I'm not going to sleep on TCU. But then again, they're playing at Texas Tech. And Texas Tech is ranked 8th in the nation. So, they're not a scrub team at all.
No, they're not. In-state battle, too. Take the home team.
So we're going to go with Texas Tech.
Take the home team.
All right. Next game we have USC unranked at number 1 Oregon State. Oregon State all day. Uh-oh. You're quiet. Scares me over
You
there.
already know this is the one upset that I see coming that no one does.
You really think USC is going to upset number 1 Oregon State?
Just because no one sees it. No one. Everyone is betting against that. That's why. I mean, we're going to take Oregon State, obviously. But if they get upset, I'm going to have my moment in the sun.
Oh, I know you will. I've heard your moments in the sun before. And then we have another big matchup. Again, we have number 12 Arizona at number 20 Stanford in game 2.
See, I don't know. I like Arizona in these games, but if you think Stanford's going to get them, I mean, go for Stanford.
See, I mean, I think Arizona will take one of them, but which one is it going to be? It's like that old card game, where you got to figure out where the little ball is under the cards. It could be one of the 3, but you just don't know which one.
Unless you've been paying attention real good.
Yeah, and I don't know. Like, I know Arizona's going to take one of them. I think Stanford's going to win the series, but it's just going to be the one Arizona wins or not. I'm saying no. I'm thinking Arizona will take the last of the games, but I think the first 2, I think Stanford's going to handle them.
Okay.
So then we have Saturday. We have number 6 Kentucky at South Carolina, who was ranked and it fell out of the top 25.
Kentucky's playing better ball. Got to go with Kentucky.
I mean, there's a reason why Kentucky's still at 6 and South Carolina's unranked.
That's right.
Because South Carolina did not get the job done, and they lost games that they should have won.
And they're starting to fall off big.
I mean, losing, I think they lost all 3 games to Florida. I mean, when you lose, you get swept by Florida, not a good sign.
And especially when you got an even stronger team probably about to come whoop your ass some more, too.
And then we have another top 10 matchup. You have number 7 Auburn at number 10 Mississippi State.
I'm liking Auburn. I like them to be road dogs and win this one.
Do you?
I do.
All right, so we'll go ahead and take Auburn. And then our next game, we have number 19 Texas A&M at Missouri, a.k.a. Missouri.
A&M.
A&M all the way.
I'm not fucking pulling for fucking misery anytime, anywhere.
Whether it's baseball, basketball, football, you don't give a
It
fuck.
could be fucking badminton. I'm not goddamn pulling for them.
Lacrosse,
It doesn't matter. It could be any
field
sport
hockey,
under the sun.
table tennis,
It could be fucking yodeling. It could be fucking pigeon.
track and field.
Horse, pigeon, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
And then our last game, we have number 22 Maryland, who just busted into the top 25, at Indiana, who's played upset a couple times this week.
I think Maryland's going right back out of the top 25. I think Indiana's going to get them.
See, I was thinking the same thing.
You got all the way up there, to right back down you go.
I mean, they're just like right on the cusp of that top 25. And then you have a hot team right now in Indiana who played upset numerous times this past week. Indiana right now is playing better ball, like you said before. The other team that was, you said, hey, Kentucky's playing better ball than South Carolina. Guess what?
They are.
Indiana's playing better ball than South Carolina than number 22 Maryland right now.
I agree.
So then on Sunday we got two games. We have number 14 Virginia at Florida State, who was ranked last week and is now unranked.
I like Virginia to go on the road and keep kicking ass.
Do you? See, I like Virginia. I'm really liking Virginia to go far in the championship.
I think that they'll succeed in baseball where their basketball team took a fat shit.
Huh. I could comment on that, but I won't.
What, kind of like how Clemson's team? Yeah, no, I know. Clemson basketball sucks balls. That's why we don't talk about it.
I didn't know Clemson had a basketball team.
For real. For real, though.
And then we have number 9 Florida at Georgia.
I like Florida. Fuck Georgia. Hold on. Oh, God. You're lucky that I didn't fucking read that before we started the show.
What's that?
Because I've been bringing up so many fucking stupid Florida-Georgia line jokes. Florida-Georgia line, I pissed there once. I mean, I'd be pulling up all kinds of... I'd be making fun of their music. For all y'all out there who don't know, I'm not a Florida-Georgia line fan. May we all shut the fuck up, please. How about that?
Is it bad? I think I'm old. Because I don't even know who the fuck Florida Georgia line is. Like, I've heard Adam talk about him.
Two
because,
scrotums that sing.
like, I've heard Adam talk about him a lot, like, on their deck. Like, talk
Which
about
one?
him. No, Adam, like my cousin Adam Cooper.
Oh, God. Is he really crossed over?
Oh, he has. He's now, like, pure country. Like,
Can he at least be good country and stop liking shit like Florida-Georgia line?
you want to go see Kenny Chesney.
The fucking goddamn...
How about Tim McGraw?
No. Tim McGraw, yes, we can have that. But motherfucking the Jimmy Buffett of country music, Kenny Chesney, Mr. fucking Beach Ball, no. Old Kenny Chesney, yes. New Kenny, no. God damn it. No, stop talking about country music.
So then, finally, we have on Tuesday, we have two games on Tuesday. We have a big in-state rival, Oregon at number 1 Oregon State. I don't see Oregon State having any issue here.
Watch them lose.
You were just hating on Oregon State right now.
I'm telling you, they gotta fall off some point.
I mean, yeah, of course. They're gonna fall off, but you really think it's gonna be some unranked team like Oregon or USC?
Their rival, yes.
Yeah, I mean,
We'll take Oregon State, but like I said, when they drop one of those games, I'm telling you.
I know, I'm gonna hear it. I told you so, blah blah blah. I know all the bullshit that comes with it. And then finally we have number 11 Long Beach State at San Diego, and they were actually ranked last week, and they fell out of the top 25 this past week. So, who do you like?
I'm liking Long Beach. They're just playing good baseball. It all comes down to who's just got momentum, who's playing good baseball.
You know, I'm looking over our picks. You know, on Friday we took all the home teams,
Yeah, I know.
and then on Saturday we took all the away teams except for Indiana.
I like it. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, but you know, we're trying to strive to get above 50%.
Yeah,
That's
you act like I did this all on my own. You take ownership in it,
oh,
too.
I'll take half ownership of that shit. So that's our picks. They're locked in for the week. We'll come back next week and go over, what we're, how we did last week, and overall, we're 8-7 this past week, and then we'll see how we do this week. Hopefully another 8-7 week or 9-6 week or something like that.
10-5, that would be nice.
And, 10-5. Yeah, you're pushing it.
Nah, we can do it.
I mean, we'll get to 10-5. It might just take a few weeks.
That's true.
So we're finally at the last topic of the show, badass.
And what might that topic be?
Your favorite sport.
I thought we agreed that we weren't going to talk about this on the show.
Look, I know we talked about not talking about it, and we're not going to cover it. We're not going to cover, the sport itself. But when somebody like this happens, we have to talk about it. It's sports.
But you know how much I can't stand... You know how much I just can't stand it, dude.
Dude, how many times have you heard me go, I'm going to go real fast, I'm going to turn left, and then I'm going to put a big old chaw in and drink a beer.
I'm just saying, do I got to play it for you, dude?
Have done a really good job of making sure the banks are grafted down to the right specs and there shouldn't be any problems.
Yeah, we like to crack it. We got to grab the banks and specs. It's like an oval, so we're going to drive straight and then we're going to be turning to the left.
I mean, is that what you really want? Are we going to be bringing up NASCAR?
We are.
I dipped that extra strength veg shit, boy. Hey, buddy, does that piss you? That fucking pisses me off. Is that what are we going there, man?
Well, see, I saved it for the end of this show and just do a quick little thing about it because, it is a big name driver. So we have to talk about it. I mean, it's sports. It's sport news. We have to talk. As much as I won't talk about NASCAR the regular season, I won't talk about any of their bullshit, their fucked up standings.
We could talk about old school NASCAR when the shit was awesome. That is acceptable.
Davey Allison, Dale Earnhardt,
Kelly
Yarborough,
Mario
Richard Petty.
Andretti.
Oh, yeah all
we
them
can talk
boys.
about that all day.
Yeah.
All day.
These little precious snowflakes that drive out there now and they bump into each other and then get into fist fights. Whatever.
Yeah, and NASCAR has fallen way from grace.
So let's go ahead and jump into it.
Hell yeah.
So finally, in NASCAR news, the great Dale Earnhardt Jr., son of legendary former driver Dale Earnhardt Sr., will be leaving the sport after 18 years at the end of this season. Earnhardt Jr., who began his career back in 1999, has won 2 Daytona 500s, 26 NASCAR Cup Series wins, with 149 top 5s and 253 top 10s. Dale Jr. also won 2 Xfinity Series championships, with 24 Xfinity Series race wins, 67 top 5s, and 90 top 10s over his 18-year career. Dale Jr., who will be turning 43 in October, was also named the Sprint Cup Series most popular driver for 14 straight years, spanning from 2003 all the way up to last year, 2016.
This man has not won the titles that Jimmy Johnson has, yet he is more popular. That's the power of the Earnhardt name. That shit's royalty, man.
And you know what's really sad? You know how we talk about all the time about the wrestlers leaving the sport? NASCAR is doing the same thing. Look at the 3 greats in the last 2 years of going away. Jeff Gordon, Tony Stewart, and now Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Hey, at least Junior didn't go out like his old man now.
See, that's what I was afraid of. I've always been afraid of, especially because he's been getting wrecked a lot lately and having concussions, and he was out most of last year because of the concussion. The last thing you want to do is see him go out the same way. Rest in peace. I'm not talking bad about Dale.
You don't want to see him
but
eat
I
a
don't
turn.
I don't want to see him going into turn 4 at 190 miles an hour and then all of a sudden black out and go head first in the wall and die.
Eat shit like his dad, exactly. Because from here at the Burger and Badass show, we're going to tell you now, you ever talk shit about the number 3 in our presence, you will catch an ass whooping over that. We don't give a fuck about NASCAR. You will not disrespect Dale Earnhardt in our presence.
You will get curb stomped.
You will get beat.
But, it makes you you see a lot of these guys now, these old guys that are retiring. I mean, Jimmy Johnson, if he goes and wins his 8th championship and takes the whole record of most championships ever, because of course right now him, Petty, and Earnhardt Sr. are all tied for the most championships with 7.
Yeah, tied at 7.
So if Johnson wins his 8th, who's to say he's not going to retire after this year or next year?
And then he gets to say he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Right now he's the third recipient of the GOAT. He's like a third owner of GOAT.
He's like a co-goat.
Yeah, he's a co-GOAT, exactly. If he wins, he's a main GOAT. That's right.
So, it is kind of sad to see all these big drivers of yesteryear that I remember watching when the sport was good, hanging it up, and these new guys coming in and taking over the sport. And I don't know. I'm just not into it anymore. Like, once Jimmy Johnson retires, there's really nobody else in the sport that I really know.
And I want to put it to y'all in a way that maybe the older generation, like my dad and his people, understand. Are y'all ready to call Jimmy Johnson the greatest of all time over Richard Petty? That probably makes you throw the fuck up in your mouth, doesn't it? Or would you even go a step further and put him above the Intimidator? Makes you want to throw the fuck up, doesn't it?
It does.
It does.
But, it's sad, but, I'm glad. It's sad in one sense, but I'm glad because I'm glad he's getting out while he's still alive. I'd like I said, I don't want to see him black out on turn 4 of Talladega
Or fucking
Daytona and just go head first in the wall.
And that's it.
And I mean, I know, like, I watched a lot of documentaries on Dale Earnhardt Sr. He was actually talking about retiring.
I know. That's what's so sad. That was one of his last, if not his last race.
I mean, they were talking about, like, after that year that he died, that was going to be his last year, like a farewell tour. Like, after the Daytona 500, he was supposed to announce that this was going to be his last year and he was going to retire and then have his son take over the 3-car. But, we all know what happened.
I tell you what, though, man, you can't say that the man didn't die doing what he loves.
He did. He went out like his daddy.
Seriously, though, I mean, you can't take that from the man.
So, Dale Earnhardt Jr., we're wrapping it up at the end of this year. I think at this point, he's just going to be driving the car around, not really trying much. I think at this point
he's on a farewell tour.
Yep. If he wins a couple races, great. If not, he's not going to risk it.
Except they might even let him win a race just for the fucking hell of it.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame him. Then again, I've always said NASCAR's fixed anyway, so.
I mean, they might even just be like, hey, pick one you never won. All right, that one, you're going to win it this year.
So, that's going to do it for this week. Badass, we're done. The show's over. We had a lot to talk about. The NFL draft coming up on Thursday. Aaron Hernandez shit going on. NBA, NHL playoffs, college baseball. We had a lot going on, and next week's going to be the same because we have to review the whole NFL draft.
That's going to take the whole show.
That's going to take most of the show. And then we have the NBA playoffs, the NHL playoffs. And then, of course, athletes being dumb and doing what they do best.
Giving us shit to report about.
And give us stuff to talk about. So, remember, guys, to go check us out on the Burger and Badass Show at Facebook.com or the Burger and Badass Show at YouTube.com. Go on there, listen to our stuff, subscribe to our channel, like us on Facebook. And, guys, just let us know what you guys think. Comment. Tell us what you really feel. We don't mind. Trust us. We're big boys. We can take it.
Seriously, we don't care if you fucking hate us or not. We don't.
So, guys, remember, check us out. Facebook, YouTube, the Burger and Badass Show. And, guys, we'll be back next Wednesday night. Hopefully a little bit earlier than what we're doing tonight because we're burning the midnight oil.
Again.
For the second week straight. But, it happens.
Right. It does.
So, that's it, guys. We'll see you next week. And for Burger and Badass, good night. Badass, you have anything to add on before we finish out here?
Nah, y'all need to go the fuck to sleep.
I need to go to fuck to sleep. You need to go to fuck to sleep.
I'm a Zubat. I never sleep.
We know that.
We know.
All right, guys. See you next week.
I've been